Hi, my name is Jillian, and I am super excited to be auditioning for the musical Cabaret this year. I've been a dancer for about 14 years, training in styles such as ballet, jazz, tap, musical theater, hip hop, contemporary, and some point work. Also, recently experimenting with some heels. I've never done a musical before, so this will be my first, though I am a big musical theater fanatic, seeing shows in Toronto and a select few that I was very fortunate enough to see on Broadway itself. For my audition today, I will be telling you a sad story from my childhood about 2 years ago. A bit of a trigger warning, it does revolve cancer, so just a bit of a heads up for that. My song I will be singing is an edited version of All That Jazz from the musical Chicago. I hope you enjoy. The date was January 26th, 2020. About a month and a half before the pandemic hit, I lost him. He and I had been together for about a year and 3 months at this point when he finally lost it. He had been battling cancer for over a year. Treatment after treatment, time in hospital after time and time again. They tried Eastern medicine, they tried traditional, they tried it all. He was gone. When they diagnosed the cancer, they said he would have had a week to live because of how severe it was. Cancer of the blood is really hard to control. It spreads through your entire body. He was 16 when he was diagnosed. I was 14. We had been dating for about 3 months when he sent me the text saying, "I've been diagnosed with AML leukemia. You can't tell anybody." It wasn't until 2 days later that he gave me permission to tell others about everything. That moment on, he went into intense chemotherapy, his hands covered in blisters to the point where he couldn't text, so I would go weeks without knowing if he was alive. I can remember breaking down in a dance studio just because I knew he came out of the surgery okay. I had my dad drive me from going to McMaster Children's Hospital down to sick kids in Toronto after he got his bone marrow transplant. I remember working around my work schedule, trying to get people to cover for me so I could just spend some time with him. I remember us having to do FaceTime calls just to say hi. I remember him telling me about how the chemo was affecting his body, how his face blew up, how he'd have to pry his eyelids open in the mornings because they had been sealed shut. I still remember the last day I saw him. I remember him lying there in a coma, the labor sound of his breathing coming through his voice, his eyes closed, his body burning to the touch. You could tell it was trying to fight, but there was nothing left. I remember sitting in that room for 4 hours and then waking up the next morning to a text from his mother saying he had passed in the night. I never got to say goodbye officially. He passed at like 3:56 in the morning. And due to their traditions, I never went to the funeral. He was buried without my knowledge. A month and a half later, we went into a global pandemic. My form of therapy was taken from me. I spent hours upon hours in my room alone, crying with no friends. Any people who said they were my friends abandoned me. I reached out for help, which is hard for me to do, and nobody answers. Not even my best friend, who I came to her aid when she was thinking of suicide. When she was thinking those dark thoughts, I came to her, but when I did, she didn't come to me. I was alone. Nobody ever came. Not even my parents. Thank you. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and pull my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold, the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl, and all that jazz. And all that jazz, slick your hair and wear your buckled shoes. And all that jazz, I hear that Father Dip is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hold on, hun, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down at United Drug in case you shake apart and want a brand new start to do that jazz. Oh, I'm no one's wife, but oh, I love my life and all that jazz, that jazz.